So if we were to get you to walk into your bathroom, strip down into your underwear, and look at yourself in the mirror for 10 seconds flat, we would see that your physique is a direct reflection of how you see yourself, the thoughts that come out of your brain, and ultimately the actions that you took to get to this very point at this very second of the reflection staring back at you. Now, this is an exciting video. I love to make videos like this. We can speak about tactics all day long. There's many videos on my channel for this, but most of you don't need the tactics. Most of you know how to train and how to eat, but the reason you're not where you need to be in life right now is because of your own doing and what goes on between your own brain. So this is what we're going to cover in this video. We're going to discuss why your physique is a direct reflection of you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tom Sergi and I run the Gorilla Platoon. This is an online physique transformation program where we get results like this week in, week out, and we know the topic that we're going to cover in today's video. I've drafted some notes. We'll probably do some drawings because that's what's fun and what we like to see. So, the very best piece of advice I could give anyone that is trying to get in shape is to not focus on the tactics. Now, absolutely, is it an intelligent question to work out what routine you should follow, what meal plan you should follow, what supplements are good, what recovery plan to use, how to do cardio? Yes, it's intelligent information, for sure. But if you only focus on those, you will not get in shape because you're trying to stack all of those new tactics on top of the old you, which is ultimately not going to work. It's like they could come and teach me how to fucking make, medicine or something, stack that on top of me, I will not be able to make the medicine because I'm just not that person. I don't fucking care about making medicine. I would find it boring. It's just not who I am. So if we try and do this on top of somebody who has little interest and very few, in fact, has many limiting beliefs on why getting in shape is hard, he will never get in shape. We can give him the best plan in the world. If we don't fix what goes on between the eyes, we are literally barking up the wrong tree. So, the first and the main reason why people are not in shape when they need to be is because they will start out on a plan here. Then something will happen and their impulse decision will make them move off the plan to something else. They'll flip around. Now, this is not unique to them. Every human being has the excitement for more or new things or better things. We're always looking to level up every aspect of our life, and rightly so. You're only on this earth for a short amount of time. The problem with that is when it comes to training is if you keep changing your workout routine every 2 to 3 weeks or stopping completely, then you're forever going to be bouncing around, not really making progress. This is what it looks like. You jump from this training split to this training split. You swap this exercise for this exercise. You completely eradicate it all, go into high rocks. You stop high rocks, start running. Then you start martial arts. And then before you know it, you're just like here, there, and everywhere. And you look like a fucking upside down Teletubby. Literally. So if we can get you to focus on one goal, then you'll be surprised how well you can get in shape. The main reason I get people in the shape they are is because we check in each and every week and I realign their mind and how they're thinking towards the goal. So that each and every week they know this is what week of the plan you're on, this is the phase we're on, this is what we're sticking to, this is the routine we're sticking to, bang, 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 and it keeps everything locked in and aligned. This is why they call it accountability. What this really is it's taking control of people's emotions and telling them exactly what to do to get to the end outcome. If you wanted to get to an end outcome and you outsourced it to someone that you truly trusted and he said, on this week we're going to do this, you would have full faith that you're going to get to the goal. The problem is when you, as your own brain, are trying to do this, you are fighting against your original brain, which doesn't really want you to succeed. Or it's not that it doesn't want you to succeed. It wants to stick to what it knows and it wants to stay in comfort. It's just a survival mechanism. It's not like a bad thing, but it's just the way we're programmed. So you are fighting against that. Whereas me, when a client will come to me and be like, this I've been at it a month, I'm not sure this is for me because it's tough and this, that, and the other, and I think I need to just focus on myself. What they're really saying is, this is challenging my identity. This is painful. I'm not sure I like this. I think I want to go back to the old version of me. And me sat unemotional, I'm not emotionally invested into their situation. I can just look at it from a logical standpoint, well, if you stayed with me, you'll be in the best possible chance of getting to the goal because I know how to get you there, and I know that I can develop your mindset along the way. Therefore, you are literally outsourcing your mindset training to me. I am fighting against your subconscious monkey brain, whatever you want to call it, to keep you aligned to the path. If you leave, you're now on your own against your own monkey brain, and the evidence shows you are where you are in life right now because for the longest of time you have let him win. For the longest of time you said you were going to do something, he didn't want to, and you were like, okay, he doesn't want to, we won't do it. Oh, we won't wank. Oh, he wants us to wank. Oh, we won't drink alcohol this weekend. Oh, he wants us to drink. Oh, we won't double text the girl. 20 minutes later, oh, he wants us to double text. This is what you're doing, like on a day to day. You can't control your monkey brain, and that's why you just can't stick to one version of a plan. Now, obviously, we're highlighting the issue. We actually need to develop how we stop you from crafting against this urge. Now, there is a concept I'm going to explain, and I'm going to use meditation to explain it. I personally do not meditate, but I understand the principle of meditation, and I do this as I'm doing things live. So I'll be working, and my brain, my monkey brain, will tell me, "Oh, let's just have a quick break. Let's just pick up our phone and check and scroll for a second, and then we can go back to it after that." It's at that point where you have to realign your focus back to what you're doing, and that is the rep. That is the meditation rep where you were going to fall off, you said no, and you carried on. The reason why meditation is good for this, and I probably should start meditating more if I wanted to even more improve the bandwidth of it, but I understand the concept. Meditation essentially is where you focus on your breath. Breath, 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 breath. Random thought wants to pull you away. You're now here, but you know you need to be back over here. You can carry on in this direction, thought, 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 but what you need to do is the repetition of halting yourself in your tracks, and then coming back to the breath, 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 breath. That's the progress made. It's not really the fact that you stayed on the straight line. It's when you fell off the straight line. How quick was it until you got back to it? Because in the analogy of me trying to work, I'm fighting the urge to go away from work, fucking brain mincing, to then come back to this point here where my brain is sharp and aligned. That's the repetition you're trying to do. That's you essentially backhanding the monkey brain and telling him, no, motherfucker, we got this to do. We'll deal with you later. We'll feed you later. We'll fucking make you jizz later. But it's not now. Now is time for focus. Now is time for work. And then he can sit there and moan like a little bitch in the corner while you get back to the work. If you develop this in the micro on a day-to-day basis, it will help over the macro. So the macro for you was, let's just get rid of this. Let's rub this out. So the macro for you was essentially to get from where you are here to, let's say 10% body fat. And this is 10% body fat line. Now, what will happen here is you will set off on this goal, and then a distraction will come up, which will pull you away from the goal. And now you're moving in this direction towards that new distraction goal that wasn't really what you wanted. Now, in some cases, it can be smart to make this decision. Like, if your goal is something like moronic, but you didn't realize it at the time. And in fact, the way a goal could be moronic is you didn't really want the goal. You saw someone else that you don't really care about do it, and it kind of looked kind of cool. Then you switch and change your goal. That's not good. That's moronic because you've essentially like switched who you are and your desire just for someone else and what they thought was good. That's not a good thing to do. And going back a step, when you set out on this mission to get to 10% body fat, if that's what you want, you must understand why do you want that in the first place and what benefits are you going to get from it, and try and look a little bit deeper than just initial happiness. Like, why do you want to be 10% body fat instead of fucking 30? Why do you want to be able to chest press 44 kg dumbbells instead of like barely be able to pick up 18s? Like, why do you want that in the first place and set off on that goal? As long as you have strong enough why, your brain wants to be able to focus and pull you back to the why, back to the mission on where you're going. For me, we run the Gorilla Platoon, which is a online coaching program where we get results like this. And if I were to completely switch this up, where I was like, I don't do one-to-one coaching, I just sell a digital product that with the aim to get these results, that would be me moving off the mission line, which is essentially just to get as many men in the best possible shape of their life. Then I'd be coming off here for the sake of like me trying to buy back time, me trying to like make my own life easier. I'd be coming off the mission for that. For what? So then I need to realign myself back to the mission, be like, no, this was the goal, this is where we needed to get to, and then we will ultimately hit it. But the rep comes from you being able to fall off and get back on as quick as possible. In this analogy, this is you on your quest to 10% body fat. You fall off it or decide to... this could be for many different things. This could be new training. This could be social. This could be many things that you fall off. But it's that noticing and then getting the rep and coming back to it. Once you can achieve that, you half of your problems will honestly be solved. So that's impulse and emotional decision. You're going to meditate your way back onto it. But in the day-to-day thing, the meditation is you want to fall off, you acknowledge it, you get straight back to it. And you can do this on the day-to-day. You can do this because you'll get many urges to do things that you kind of know you probably shouldn't. And you can do them, and the consequences may not always be that drastic. But when you say no and you get the rep in of not doing it, that's when you develop this. And this is like, honestly, this here is a muscle. Once this is locked in and trained well, in the macro, you can stick to long-term goals. In the micro, you're not fucking pulling the head off your cock because you stopped doing that and you focused on the task that you should be doing at hand. So that's this point here. The next thing we must understand, you are where you are in life right now because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if your physique is out of shape, I can bet if I walked into your bedroom, it's probably a mess too. I can bet if I open your car door, there's fucking crisp packets down the side. There's little bits where the fucking drink holder is. Under the seat, there's a couple of 5p peas and a straw and some random bullshit. And there's some socks and shit in the back of your car. I can bet my bottom dollar. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So, and as well, thinking I'll focus on work first, and then I'll pivot and then I'll get the body after. It don't work. It don't work the same because what you had to do to be that individual in work can cross-deck into fitness as well. You had to be disciplined to get to the work goal. You had to be disciplined to get to the training goal. You had to eat well for cognitive function. You had to eat well to get in good shape. You had to hydrate well so you were sharp. You had to hydrate well for the gym. You had to sleep well because you need to be functioning. Same goes for the gym. If you think, I'll just suffer now with the work and then do the training after, you are mistaken because you will never get round to this because when does the work end? You can set a goal, you can set a money target, but I guarantee you, as soon as you set that target and you hit it, do you know what the answer's going to be? More. I need more. When I get this, then I'll do it. And the worst way to really live your life is to hope for a completion of anything. There's a book called The Way of the Superior Man, and it speaks in chapter 1, stop hoping for a completion of anything. Why I find that so powerful is it means you'll stop wasting today. It's Friday the 22nd of November. Don't waste Friday the 22nd of November thinking, oh, well, when I've squared this away, then I can be happy. Be happy right now today because you're doing the things that you should be doing. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Take pride in every single thing that you do and you will be much happier with yourself. Take pride in one thing and then completely ruin that mental progress by doing awful in another. You'll be back at baseline happiness, when you could be happy across all things. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And you can set your life up like that as well. Now, another concept to understand is that can work for positive or negative. So if you decide to jack on the gym, you're going to look a little bit worse, right? Just a little bit maybe, just a little bit. One session, just a little bit worse. Now, because you look a little bit worse, are you going to feel happier or sadder? If we kept every other metric the same, happier or sadder? Just maybe a touch sadder, not much, just a touch. If you're a touch sadder, are you going to be a better person to be around for your partner? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, so if you're not better for your partner, what about your friends? Your friend's going to like you even though your partner doesn't? Probably not. What about work? Is work with us looking a little bit uglier, with our partner not liking us as much, with our confidence down a little bit, or happiness, and with our friends not liking us as much, are you going to perform better in business? No, probably not. You're going to probably perform worse. So, because of one thing falling, everything else will fall too. Because that's that one, look at it like a bottle with a knife hole in it and there's water seeping out the bottom. Because you didn't plug that hole, the water of all of this just comes seeping out. But it can work the other way. You got up on time when you said you were going to. You're going to feel better about yourself or worse? Better. Because you got up on time, you could go and do your steps, which you said you were going to. You're going to feel better or worse? Well, I'm a little bit leaner. Midsection feels a little bit sharper. I'm going to feel a little bit more confident when I'm posing in the mirror in front of my missus. So, yep, that's going to be good. Because of that, are you going to be walking out the house to go see your friends feeling better? Yeah, you probably are. So if all these things are in place, when you go and deliver at your workplace, are you going to be better or worse? If we just looked at these metrics, probably better, right? So because you got up on time, everything else wins. But if you don't, everything else will fall too. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Now, the next one is a little bit more deep. It's you are where you are in life, and your physique is a reflection of you because of your comfort with saying no to peer pressure and your ability to withstand reject, should I say, social acceptance. So, now we must understand here, your comfort with saying no. People would be uncomfortable saying no when they are in a scarce mindset, when they believe the people around them are more valuable than them. If they ask them to do something, they are less likely to say no because they don't want to lose the person. It's the same way that like guys will do bad shit for women they really, really value. Guys will change their whole fucking life just for women they really, really value because they see it as value, they've not had it before, and they don't want to lose the person. And it's tough. Of course it's tough. I can tell you now, every time I've dated a better quality woman, you almost like reset the bar and get DOMs off being around that new caliber of person. It's a very, very good experience. You really feel like you're growing when you're in that next level. But I always check myself. I always remember, whatever is happening right now, you always need to be able to walk away. It doesn't matter who they are, where they've come from, what they've done. You must believe, A, you are the best fucking thing since sliced bread. And if people come and go, it doesn't matter because God has essentially put you on this earth, set you on this quest. And if people look at your life as a bullet train that is going like, it's got obviously years to get to this destination. Not that you're going to finish at a destination, but look at it like you're on a mission. There's many stops, you will, on the destination. You're on this bullet train. You're going towards your mission. To go through this, you've gone through Alaska, which is snowy as fuck, and that was your first purpose layer. You break through that, you're now into the Amazon rainforest. That's your next purpose layer. You're then in the desert. You're then in fucking scaling through Europe, wherever, because that's denoting different purpose layers of your life. Now, at each purpose layer of your life, different people are going to get onto the train, and they're going to be on you so far, and in many ways, they'll help you drive the train forward. Some people have come just to fucking take a piss in the toilet. Some people have come to give you food. Some people have come to eat your fucking food, and people are getting on and off the train. And if you view life like that, and you view the people that come in and out of it, you're okay when the train stops and X people need to jump off because they were only on it for a certain period to give you a certain taste of life. Like this year, to be fair, I've been around a good few countries, and there's been different people that have come into my life at different times, and they've made the specific place that bit better, that bit more from a different perspective to see the world. So anyone that has come into my life this year, I'm very, very grateful for the full experience. I would not have a bad word to say about any of these people that have come into my life because they've made this year what it is, and they have helped my trajectory of growth and the train moving forward. Even if they came just to take a piss or a shit in the toilet, they still helped with the flushing system of my train that is moving forward. They still challenged me as a person to allow me to grow, therefore to move forward. So when you have this mindset that you're not scarce because you're on a train, it needs to stop. People will get on and off and as they wish. But God has the plan for you of where you're going to end up. Although the train kind of, let's say the train never really ends, you just end up going through different locations for longer and it slows down and you get to enjoy what's around it. You'll be okay with saying no to people, for starters. You'll be okay with people coming and leaving, and you will value yourself infinitely more because you've just got the mindset that, oh, cool, they were just meant to be in my life for 6 weeks, and then that's okay because now they've got off the train and I need to keep going forward in this direction. Soon as you have the comfort of that, you will not have an issue saying no. And when you don't have an issue saying no, you are the pilot in your life. You direct, or the driver of the train, you direct where this is going. And when you can direct where this is going, you can say no to certain things that are going to stop you from getting to the goal. You don't feel like you need to conform to peer pressure or to be socially accepted. Now, I'm not saying be an absolute outcast, but honestly, even if you were, there would be people that would be just like you that would fucking love to come sit on your train. They wouldn't even fart on the seat. There is people like that. So if you can master that and just keep that mindset moving forward, getting in shape will fucking be a breeze. If you can say no to most of the shit, I guarantee you can get in shape because you know what you have to do. You know what you have to do. This, sleep, cardio, and you'll get in shape. The issue is not that. The issue is your fucking train. You're not even driving your own train. People are driving it for you, and they're making you sit in the fucking little square box right near the door. In fact, you're stood up right by the exit because there's no fucking seats left because they've let you on their train, and there's nothing really left for you. It's not, you don't even know where it's going to. And that's ultimately, that's a sad thing about a lot of people's lives because they've outsourced every aspect of their life, even to how they should think, look, dress, and feel, that they don't even know who they are anymore. They can't even recognize themselves. And that train is going into the fucking Ulu to them because they don't have a clue who it is or where it is. So when you can master that, when you can be the pilot and not the passenger, your life will be infinitely better and your ability to hit the goal is more likely. And the last thing I'll say is your life will be infinitely better when you just get an extra 8 hours sleep. An extra 2 hours sleep to make 8 hours. Most of you are probably getting 6. Stop chasing the high at night, get off your phone, and have an extra 2 litres of water a day. A lot of this will really help. But be the pilot. Don't be the passenger. Take your train to the fucking moon, and you will get the physique you want. And it will be a reflection of you and what goes on between your eyes. Thanks for watching. If you found it useful, subscribe to the channel. You want to work with me, book a call. There'll be a link in the description. And I'll see you tomorrow.